guys, it's Lisa. So, it's been a minute since I made a video, and I kind of want to go into what's been going on in my life the past few months. So, I got a job. It's lit. Wah, 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 wah. It's lit. Got a job. So, that's what's been going on for the past few months is job hunting, trying to get my life together, and all that. And the reason I think I wasn't making videos because I didn't want to give a half testimony and not really have an ending to it, which honestly, if I think about it, probably would have been okay. Because honestly, I don't know, I kind of benefit from people's half testimonies where it's like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going through it. Like, I kind of like those because it gives you a chance to like feel like you're not alone. But at a certain point, to me, it was like, am I really helping anybody with a half testimony? But long story short, one of the things I've learned is that I would be. So this is a full testimony of this part of the journey, but I'm sure it's kind of a half testimony because more great things are going to come out of this job and are going to develop out of this. So let me tell y'all the past few months what's been going on with regards to my job hunting. So I did this year-long rotational program called the NBCU PAGE program. Amazing program, learned so much. I'll make a separate video about the program because it's incredible. But I learned a lot and I grew a lot in the year. So it's every 3 months I would go to a different department and it's a year-long program. And at the end they do this thing called grad and placement. And grad and placement is another 3 months, thank God. And you get a chance to interview throughout the company, temp around the company, do external interviews if you would like, things like that. Great opportunity, and you still stay employed, which is wonderful. However, for me, towards the end of my grad and placement, it was hard for me because I was like so focused on doing the job I was doing that I didn't allow myself to like really apply for jobs the way I could have. But at the beginning, your girl was going hard. Honestly, if y'all ask me, so my grad and placement started on March 15th. If you asked me, I was gonna have a job on March 15th. Everybody, look at me. I've done this prestigious program. I have these internships. Y'all wanna hire me or not? But then the answer was kind of or nah on a lot of fronts. And I was like, okay. So I started praying. I said, God, if it is not for me, I don't want it. Close the door. Block it. If it's not for me, don't bring it this way. So, but then somehow I got confused when I would apply for things and then either not even get to the recruiters or not even get to the next round. I'd be like, well, I think I'm good enough for this. But didn't you pray for God to block things that were not for you? So why would he give you some, like, you know what I mean? Why would he continue the process when he said, when you the one? So I had to recognize that I said that. And that was about a few weeks into my process that I was like, prayed that prayer. And kind of now I'm realizing that that's what was happening. Because to me, honestly, I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but like I'm dope, y'all. Like I've worked really hard. So for me to not have any job offers and not even like have an offer to turn down was like a lot to my ego. I'm not gonna lie to you. And it kind of, for a little bit, it made me feel like, well, am I anything? Because your girl been out here working for what? You know what I mean? But I really had to humble myself and realize like, yo, like this is a marathon and not a sprint. And also, you're acting like the only way God can bless you is through a job. There is so much more to life. So you're gonna go ahead and wait for him to bring the right one to you because you done prayed that you don't want nothing unless it's yours. So why would he bring you something that's not yours? So I keep applying to stuff and eventually, and I've let all my contacts know, everybody, listen, I'm looking for a job. Who y'all know? Y'all want to send something my way? Y'all want to send my resume somewhere? Y'all, I even post my resume on LinkedIn just randomly. That thing went viral for real. Like over 100,000 views on my resume and still no job. That's how I know it was God because I did everything I could. Literally, God was like, you said let me block it, so I'm gonna block it. So, in the midst of all that, one of my mentors sent my resume to a production company. Y'all, I love this production company. Some of my favorite movies have come out of this production company. They have incredible content and like TV and just other platforms coming up. And like, I really love this production company. Like me and my family watch their movies every year together. So it was like a really big deal. So I'd be interviewing to assist the CEO. In my head, I thought to myself, Lisa, you probably aren't the most qualified person, but you know what? God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. So go into that interview and do what you gotta do, sis. But in the back of my head, there was still a little bit of, I'm gonna do my best, but if they don't pick me, I get it. Because this is the CEO of your company. You probably want someone with a little bit more experience. Because if you think about it, I don't think people really care about internships per se. Internships, I think, are more for you to build up your know-how and make connections. So if you don't count internships, I've only been out here for a year. I only have 1 year of experience. And technically that was a rotating experience. So to some people that may not be enough. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll go in and interview. I really love the lady I talked to. I really love all the people I met there through other connections and stuff, and other people telling me about working there. So I was like, okay, cool, this would be great. I go about a month without hearing back, but something in my head is still like, this ain't it. And I was praying, I was like, God, what's good? Because I've been applying to other jobs, getting nothing, but still in the back of my head, it's been a month. I don't think they're considering me anymore. God was like, all right, send an email. So I'm home for Mother's Day weekend. I'm like, okay, if I can send this email while I'm home, that way my family can cushion me if I get some bad news, you know what I mean? So I sent an email. I'm like, hey, am I still being considered? And I got back a no, but they had another position open, and it's to be a receptionist. And I was like, okay, cool. So I go in for the interview, have a great time chatting, and I really am happy that I went in. So, long story short, that's the job I got. It's lit. So, it's a receptionist job, and I feel like the title makes a lot of people be like, a receptionist. But the thing is, as a receptionist, I get to get all the calls that come in and learn names of the people who are calling. I get to greet everybody when they come in, whoever comes in the door. And I just get to just really interact with everybody on a really personal level, I feel like. And even when people who work at the company come in, I'm the first face you gotta see. Good morning. You know what I mean? And also I love brightening people's day. And it just would be a great way to just be like, hey, how are you? You know what I mean? To brighten someone's day just from jump would be lovely for me. And so I had to realize, also, this is a marathon and not a sprint. I have a lot of time just to build up to the career that I want. So why not take the time? You know what I mean? And why not enjoy the ride? So, and also I've never worked at a production company before. I've only ever worked at networks. And if you're not in the industry, that probably doesn't make much sense or feel like a difference to you, but it is very different. So I think this is a great way for me to learn the production company, learn this specific company, and just really be out here. You know what I mean? Learning all that I can and growing. And I do feel room for growth at this company. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy. I've been debating about whether or not I'm going to say the name of the company because I like to mind my business, but I also feel like it's not really giving God all the glory unless I kind of say the name of the company. So it's Will Packer Productions. I'm super blessed. I'm super excited. They make incredible films, like I said before. And I'm just so blessed and so happy to be somewhere where I can grow and learn. And I already feel good about it. Today was only my first day, and I already feel great about it. So yeah, I'm just super excited and ready and just out here. You know what I mean? If you had told me a receptionist position at any other company or period on March 15th, I would have been like, receptionist, I'm above it. But the thing is, I'm not. I'm truthfully not, especially not at this company. So that's the thing is just remember to sometimes you gotta humble yourself. Think about it. Do you really feel like you deserve something because you truthfully deserve it? Or do you feel like you deserve something because of your ego? Or because of what people are going to say? Or what people are going to think? Or what Instagram caption is going to sound best? Honestly, when I was applying for jobs, I was like, yo, I cannot wait for this Instagram post when I get my job. They aren't ready. And then that's almost why I didn't want to talk about it, because it's about the specifics of the company. Because it's then I had to realize, yo, are you living your life for other people? Or for Instagram? Or for flexing? No, you're out here trying to do what you want, what you need to do to get God's full glory. So in that case, what Instagram got to do with it? So, at the same time, I'm talking about it because what does Instagram have to do with it? If that makes sense. So, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope I've made some sense. I hope I've given like a real view of what's happened to me. So much more has happened to me. I'm going to make more videos, but this is just one of the things that's been going on that I had to share. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys for being patient. Shout out if this is your first time watching. And yeah, thanks for watching. Live your best life. And remember, you are more than a job. You have so much to offer. Live your best life. Okay, bye!